Stickweed.
You want to dance, Ronnie? I want a polka.
If you like pina coladas, get caught in the rain. If you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain, if you like making love at midnight in the dunes of the cave.
Hello everyone, this is Chef Butters, and this video is going to be a quick overview of some of the top consumables in Classic WoW. Specifically, we will talk about engineer consumables and engineer items, plus potion consumables. There are a fair amount of different consumables that are in the game of Classic WoW. Because of this, rolling around Azeroth, knowing you have a little extra something in your pocket when somebody wants to roll up on you, is fun and spontaneous. It also may just save your character from dying. One of the most overlooked things about Classic WoW is consumables in itself. It breaks some of the ideas that some people may mention about Classic WoW PvP, which is that it is a very rock, paper, scissors game. Hopefully after this video we can give a new light to that idea, rather a system that has a wonderful complexity woven into its fabric of content. So let's jump right in and discuss the top consumables in Classic WoW. When I say top consumables, I may also be referring to consumables that may not be hard or expensive to obtain, but are commonly used amongst PvP players. A quick mention before we jump into the top engineer items and potion consumables, let's mention bandages. Bandages should absolutely not be overlooked. No matter what class you are, pick up first aid, because being able to weave in bandages in a fight can be crucial to your success. Starting off, we will discuss the top 10 engineer items and consumables. The strongest engineering consumable is grenades. One of the most cost-effective and powerful consumables, giving any class a ranged interrupt that incapacitates the enemy. It is an incredible tool to interrupt or stop an enemy cold in their tracks. Next up is the Gnomish Mind Control Cap. This allows you to mind control a player and or just NPC humanoids, but make sure you have this equipped 30 seconds prior to using, or you will be sequestered to not being able to use the item when you want. Now on to the pesky Gnomish Rocket Boots and the Goblin Rocket Boots. The Gnomish Rocket Boots will increase your run speed by 50%, giving you a chance to go into a random fear state. The duration after the fear will allow you to keep going with the increased speed as well, so keep that in mind. This being said, the Gnomish Rocket Boots require you to have 225 engineering to equip. The Goblin Rocket Boots, on the other hand, does not require you to have engineering and also increases your run speed by 70%, 20% more than the Gnomish Rocket Boot counterparts. Like the Gnomish Rocket Boots, there is a chance to get CC'd, but because of that extra 20% run speed and 5-minute cooldown rather than a 30-minute cooldown than its counterpart Gnomish Rocket Boots, the Goblin Rocket Boots are arguably better. Next up is the Parachute Cloak. If you don't have slow fall, this is a great way to flag carry in Warsong Gulch, fly off the top of Warsong Gulch, come down and pop one of those speed boots and you'll be on your way with the flag. This requires 225 engineering. For leather users, there is the Gnomish Harm Prevention Belt. With engineering 215, you can use this item to give you a damage reduction shield that will absorb the next 500 damage. The crazy thing about this item is it is an entire 1-hour cooldown, so use wisely. One of the absolute most fun engineering trinkets made by Gnomish engineers is the Gnomish Death Ray. This trinket has quite the randomized damage inducer. It is a little unknown exactly how much damage it can do. You could see results of 600 to 3,000 damage, even some people reporting it even higher. But some of that damage can also be determined by things like Sunder Armor debuffs, causing it to hit harder. It can't be interrupted by a cast interruption, but you can stun or fear a user that is channeling it. As for some quick mentions in the engineer life, there are trinkets that reflect spell types, like the Gyro Freeze Ice Reflector, the Ultra Flash Shadow Reflector, and the Hyper Radiant Flame Reflector. As you can see in their names, they have Ice, Shadow, Flame. Just as they're in their names, these will give you, to the corresponding spell type, a way to reflect those spells back to the caster for 5 seconds. It can be very useful if you play your cards right with this one. Alright, so let's talk potions. Potions have a 2-minute cooldown, so you can't just spam all your potions. You need to manage them wisely to your situation. Going into invisibility potions, a super strong potion that can be used to your imagination. One of the true strengths of this potion is if you are on a PvP server, one of the great advantages you can find is gaining a little distance on the enemy that is about to gank you, and then popping this potion to redirect maybe a different direction, giving you 18 seconds to mount up and get out. This can save you time and repair bills. Highly recommended potion. A cheap consumable that should be a part of your repertoire is the Swiftness Potion. Due to the cheapness of this potion, there is no reason to not have this consumable in your kit. Whether you see an opening to chase down an opponent in a quick dash, or you see a moment to dash away to get out of combat to mount up, the Swiftness Potion is a clutch consumable. Next up is the Free Action Potion, aka FAP. This is the bee's knees of the consumable world for life as a warrior. It's great for other classes as well, but as a warrior, other than your charge and your hamstring, you feel like a slug at times, especially when you go up against a mage or anything using blows to kite you. FAP gives you a whole 30 seconds to be immune to stun and movement impairing effects. As you can imagine, this is one of my favorites. Limited Invulnerability Potion, aka LIP, an expensive yet very potent consumable. In almost some ways, the power of this potion is incredible. Being able to be immune to physical attacks for 6 seconds speaks for itself. Yet I bet that you were thinking, yeah, that is pretty strong against auto attacks. No, not just auto attacks, but it also causes immunity to physical abilities, which classifies as physical attacks. Heroic Strike, Sinister Strike, bleeds, and even slows like hamstring. And if you were Johnny on the spot, you can pop this before getting intercepted by a warrior, and it will stop the stun of the intercept. All of these physical abilities become immune to you popping this potion. A great way to turn the tides in open world PvP. So last up out of the potions is the Living Action Potion, aka LAP. What makes this potion special is you can use it whilst in stuns, as the description states. So it is a great potion to use if you're going to pop out of a well-timed stun. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you could take away some information from it, and just let me know what you guys want to see next. Thank you so much for being a part of this community, and hit that sub button if you are not yet subbed. We have a lot of upcoming content. Have a wonderful day. Cheers.